Well. It is time for once again another death battle. Welcome again to another reaction video. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today we're going to be watching the new death battle, Gru versus Megamind death battle. I am not really sure if I'm ready to watch this video, because anything can basically happen, and yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this death battle because I kinda want this battle to be a one-sided, but turns out this battle is even more even than you would expect. So yeah, but if you're new to this channel, make sure to like and subscribe. If you enjoy it, feel free to comment down below what's your favorite moment. And yeah, now Gru versus Megamind is by far probably closer than you think, because these two are really special characters, because this can end up almost in a draw, basically. Because what I've learned so far about these two characters, they have done incredible feats, incredible stuff in their series, movies. We don't talk about the sequels, but yeah, turns out these two are finally going to be versed against each other, and this is something been this been some sort of, I guess this is kind of like a meme battle where this been some sort of, like, I don't know, some people have been really been hype about this matchup, and you know people were thought this was going to be like this could have been a joke battle, but turns out this is more hype than well, whatever we watched on the last episode. So we're gonna be having a fun time watching this one, hopefully. And yeah, now who I'm going with this is a little complicated because I have heard a lot of people's predictions, and there's been a clash between which prediction is better, which character is better, which one is the worst, what their feat is, and it's a little bit confusing which one is better or which one isn't. And right now, I have heard of people been saying that Megamind is way better than Gru, and tons of people been saying that Gru is better than Megamind. Now there is one-sided that is obviously one. There's some viewers that may be wrong, and there are some that's definitely right. I've heard a lot of Gru's feat and Megamind's feat a little bit. I know that Gru has physical, like its physical strength. It's better than Megamind's. Megamind has plenty of weapons. Um, and obviously Megamind has the IQ in this one. Don't get me wrong, obviously, Guru is not an idiot, but obviously it has been dealing with some plenty of smarter foes than him, so I can say this battle could potentially lead with him probably having a strategy to outsmart the master of IQ, I guess, or the big mind himself. Um, and then they had like their signature weapons and all their special categories and their armies. They're definitely gonna have their armies ready prepared. We have the Gru army, or the Minion army, you could say, and then we got the Megamind's brain bots, and he also had his own minion. So yeah, this is gonna be a very close match. Now, I am really rooting for Gru for this one to win this battle. And there's been a few people and a lot of YouTubers complaining that obviously that Megamind has the better like pretty much better categories and better like stuff, like they have like better feats like speed, strength, and all that stuff. Um, I have heard a lot of people obviously having their fair share of predictions, and there's been quite a lot of them that, you know, they make no sense, but they are sense at their own way. Like people are just trying their best, and honestly, I am a little bit confusing some of them, and then some of them are okay. For me so far, I am rooting for Groot, but I'm not going to predict he's going to win or Megamind, because right now I'm still a little bit learning about these two. Also, guys, if you haven't heard about it, Death Battle somehow, I think YouTube recently copyrighted their Megamind explanation of their Megamind video. They had to like cut off like pretty much the entire video because I don't know, Illumination or YouTube, the AI didn't like what they're sharing on YouTube, so it's like nope, no fair use. So they kind of got rid of pretty much everything about Megamind. Um, but yeah, besides that, I am so far rooting for Gru, but I can't predict either one of them. But either way, this can be anyone's win. Any guesses? Like, what do y'all think in the below? Let me know in the comments below. Who did you predict, and why do you think this guy won? Now, mine personally, I think is the reason why I think Gru is going to win is because he has a better setup, like strategy to actually beat Megamind. Megamind has well, he had his mecha, his suit somehow. It can be he had his robots, his mecha robots, and he even has his death rays, which is pretty impressive for him. But then we have Gru, who can has his ship, who can shoot a bunch of rockets. And he also has the Mega Minions, which boy, they're gonna be a big help for Gru for this one. And honestly, I feel like that's gonna be the problem because Megamind has pretty much has some pretty reliable stuff that can possibly defeat Gru, and I do see it. It's possible, but I think Gru has has his pretty much his minion team, and they're pretty much prepared to. Well, they can pretty much do what minions can do. So, what I've heard about it is that Megamind's army is a lot much more than the minions. I think the brain bots are like he has like a 100,000 brain bots, while the Gru has like I don't know 10,000 minions or something like that. And compared to these two like armies, I think clearly the minions are the better suitable for the army category. So I'm so far leading to Gru to win this one. I'm not gonna jinx it, but I feel like he's going to win. I know that there's people probably gonna say that obvious winner is Megamind, and that battle could be wrong if obviously they're gonna make Megamind win, which I have no. I mean, I'm a little bit I will be pretty upset because I have learned a lot of these characters, but I've so far seen Gru just be a better character to actually finish Megamind off. So all I want is this death battle to be an obvious winner. Not obvious, but like more of a serious winner. Because like I'm not saying Megamind is a terrible character or anything like that. I just don't like him in general. Like I don't hate him, but I just don't like him. I mean we all know because Megamind has one movie which was a success. Then there were the sequels and that stuff. Yeah, people were disgusted by probably that kind of stuff. And the Despicable movies were okay. The third one and the what was it? The fourth one, it wasn't that good, but it's still alright for some people. But yeah, I so far I am rooting for Gru, but I'm not predicting him to win because I don't want to lose my winning streak because I kind of want this winning streak to go. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I am hoping that Gru is gonna win because I don't want to lose his votes or this predictions because I don't know. I generally just see him better off winning than Megamind can. So, and again, Death Battle could just surprise us, but I am hoping they do the right thing and actually say their why they actually would have won. And I am have a backup video in case Gru loses his throne. So I hopefully this is not going to be the case because I do have something I'm planning to do probably in this reaction. So you'll have to see at the end if Gru doesn't lose. So without further ado, let's get into it and hope you all enjoyed today's one. Like the video if you enjoy, and yeah, let's see if we're gonna end up like last video. Which, by the way, a lot of people were disappointed or something, or maybe there's a bunch of rage spam like spam bots disliking my videos because I recently got like 47% of my I got 40% of results on my Bakugo vs Rezi video, which 9%, like 9 likes and 10 dislikes, which okay, but you all should know that the Bakugo was gonna sweep Rezi, no problem at all. But besides that, that's it for me, and let's get into today's video. All right.
Ha! Hoya! Hoya!
Gru versus Megamind.
You either die a despicable villain or live long enough to become an admirable hero.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, come on, Guru. I believe in you. Let's hear.
Evil never dies.
No.
It merely goes dormant, waiting for a villain to arise and spread its name to the darkest corners of the earth.
Like a man so evil, he cuts in line at the coffee shop and
No.
makes balloon animals for kids and then pops them in their face.
That's so
What a
cruel.
despicable man.
The world would surely tremble at his name, Gru.
Dun dun dun.
Just Gru?
Yep.
Doesn't have some sort of stage name or like doctorate or, you know?
Felonious Gru, son of the supervillain known as the Bald Terror.
Oh man, he's so dead.
Even as a small child, Gru had big aspirations. He could make rocket bikes, cheese rays, and this dog?
And his arsenal grew even more with the help of his new best buddy, Dr. Nefario.
Yeah.
See? Now that's a supervillain name. Come on, man.
Nefario.
With Nefario's help, Gru's gadgets grew gadgets. Flamethrowers, sticky fingers, fantastic entertainment for 2-year-olds, and a fully weaponized airship. Though I must question this thing's aerodynamics.
It's loaded up with wing-mounted machine guns, a rocket thruster that can escape the Earth's atmosphere, and a whole lot of missiles.
Despite the
yeah.
impressive
I
firepower,
love missile.
Gru's go-to weapon seems to be his freeze ray, which can encase most people in ice with a single shot.
With his gadgets and gusto combined, and a little teaching from the School of Ability, Gru started making strides in the underworld of evil. He swiped the crown jewels when he was only a kid, nabbed the New York City Jumbotron just for fun, and even stole both the Eiffel Tower and the Statue of
From Las
Liberty.
Vegas?
From Las Vegas.
Yeah, Gru was bad, but he wasn't good at being bad. A lot of his schemes kind of blew up in his face.
The line dividing genius from moron is a thin one. Just look at us.
Oh yeah, my back hurts from carrying all the genius between us.
Regardless,
Yeah,
while Gru
sure.
may
Your
not have
genius
been the
works
infamous
perfect.
villain he'd hoped, he did earn the loyalty of a few guys.
Guys,
Yeah, guys, like little guys. There's Kevin, Bob, Stuart, Otto, Billy, Larry, John, Liam, Chad.
oh, the Minions! And that's not just their role, it's the actual name of their species.
Right, the Minions have existed since the dawn of life itself, over 3 billion years ago, and they all follow one instinct: to serve the biggest, baddest, most despicable villain they can find.
T-Rexes, Count Dracula, AI artists,
Ugh,
whatever evil they can lay
disgusting.
their grubby little eyes on. Or just one eye. But finding their big boss was the easy part. Keeping them, not so much.
The amount of times the Minions have incidentally caused the death of their own bosses is staggering.
Wait, didn't one of them serve the Queen of England?
What about it?
Nothing.
The Minions witnessed Gru's villainy firsthand and decided that he would be the next big boss they follow.
It worked out like PB&J, because like
Yeah.
Gru, these guys do machines.
The Minions invented the fly swatter centuries before humans did. They somehow crafted light bulbs and instruments while living in the Arctic. So, naturally, building Gru's absolutely massive evil lair proved a simple task.
They're
That's a lot of
geniuses.
names
They
for
once
Minions.
pulled off a jailbreak by building a flying machine out of prison outfits, fans, computers, and toilets. Isle Cedars are in shambles right now.
And they're seemingly invulnerable, having been smashed flat, set on fire, and exploded by missiles even inside their own mouths. But also,
Yep.
they're possibly immortal? Kevin here has been around since the dawn of their species, which means Kevin is 3 billion years old.
And their numbers
Dude,
keep
that's
increasing.
incredible, eh?
Over 10,000 minions clock into work every day.
And yet, in a real work setting, they'd be fired in minutes.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like a banana, a popsicle, a butt, or anything remotely silly to distract him enough for plans to go off course. But these guys love TikTok.
It's no wonder that, even with thousands of minions at his back, Gru still couldn't cut it as a supervillain. Maybe it was time to hang up the freeze ray for good, but not before taking a chance at his ultimate dream.
Steal the moon!
Easier said than done.
Oh no, really? The moon?
When he couldn't get the shrink ray he needed on his own, Gru required a new, even more despicable weapon.
Children. Specifically adopting 3 girls.
I seriously
and
mean it.
somehow
No.
it worked. Crime of the century, here we go.
How tragic that through all the dance recitals and unicorns, Gru discovered the joys of fatherhood.
Oh, story of my life. God, I'm so proud of her. Anyway, out with the villain and in with the bedtime stories.
But even though he turned a new leaf for his daughters, Gru wasn't done commanding his minion army. Now he'd just do it as not a villain, by joining the Anti-Villain League.
The AVL hooked him up with lipstick tasers and goop grenades, mini submarines and high-tech cars, and some great date nights with the future Mrs. Gru. Things are looking up, buddy.
5 minions even underwent experimental procedures to become more powerful than before. The Mega Minions.
Tim
yeah.
stretches. Dave got super strength. Gus got super strength and flight. Sorry, Dave. Jerry became an indestructible brick monster who eats live bombs. He's my favorite. And Mills'
my
new
favorite.
laser eye can blast through the planet and hit a satellite on the other side in less than a second.
Calculating its speed across the Earth, that's 5% the speed of light.
So, Gru's true calling wasn't being a villain at all. He's an anti-villain, and he's good at it too. This guy can dodge heat-seeking missiles and casually punch out a shark in one shot, all because he was in full dad mode.
But the
Oh,
most
yeah, you
incredible
don't wanna
element
mess
here is
with your
easy to
dad.
miss. For billions of years, the minions have had the biological drive to serve the greatest villain they can find. And yet, despite Gru's turn away from villainy, they chose to continue serving him. The minions' love for Gru is so strong, it overwrote their primordial genetic code.
They still see greatness in him, even now. After all, Felonious Gru will go to the moon and back to keep his family safe. Wait, Kevin, don't touch that button!
Okay.
Okay, Megamind should be up next, but there is a chance that it got totally nuked by DreamWorks since they hit our preview last week.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, we have a plan. You can watch the complete Gru vs. Megamind episode on deathbattle.gg.
But
That's
hold
our
on, they haven't
website. It's
mentioned
linked
how,
below. It has
how
every
the-
episode of
the
Death
minions
Battle uncut,
survived,
unfiltered,
survived blast.
uncensored. Even the weird ones.
It's kind of like our own private Patreon with memberships that support the show directly. And for this week, you can get a membership for a month for free by using the code PRESENTATION. All caps, that's important.
Being a
course,
member gets all
presentation-
sorts of
wait.
extra goodies and behind the scenes stuff, but the important thing is you'll be able to watch the unaltered Gru vs. Megamind episode for free.
So head to deathbattle.gg right now and use code PRESENTATION for a free month of membership. All caps, remember.
Sure, I'll think about it.
What happens when the villain wins? On a grim, dark day, the citizens of Metro City learned the horrifying answer to that question when their hero,
No, you
their
didn't.
Metro Man, was lost forever. Bested by the fearsome supervillain destined for greatness, Megamind.
Cause if your rival's name is gonna be that on the nose, you better match that energy. Their feud goes way back to when they escaped their dying planet Superman style and immediately got in each other's way.
While Metro Baby landed in a nice and cozy home, he caused the weird blue kid to crash land in prison and literally grow up behind bars. What kind of city government would make the kid stay in jail?
It
Don't
wasn't as
ask.
bad as you'd think. He was a perfect
Good
fit
thing
for the
it's not-
Metrocity prison for the criminally gifted.
Metro City.
But while everyone outside bars loved that new kid who could fly, they weren't too keen on the boy with the big blue head and his constant string of destructive accidents.
So if he was going to be the bad guy no matter what, why not embrace it and become a true supervillain?
Huh, sounds kinda like you. Megamind is a genius inventor, creating weapons to stage prison breaks before he can even talk.
It does sound like me. With a bit of tutoring from
Sounds like
Machiavellian
you
in the
a lot.
ways of wrongdoing, he got to work on his crime-starting career, facing off with his destined rival over and over again.
And Megamind's got everything he needs. An invisible car for getaways, assuming he can find the thing. A hoverbike for flying and shooting at the same time, if he can multitask. Lasers, bombs, bubble
If he
guns,
can.
baseball bats, jet boots, and more galore.
But his go-to is the D-gun, a laser pistol with various possible effects, such as destroying, decelerating, demoralizing, de-locking, de-gravity thing.
I wouldn't expect a guy calling himself Megamind to have the best name ideas, Wiz. He probably based the entire thing around his favorite setting, dehydration, which turns people and objects into tiny cubes for easy storage, though they can be returned to normal with a drop of water.
He did keep the whole mind thing running with his horde of henchmen, the Brain Bots. These mini-mechs follow Megamind's every command, even pulling off the most incredible drone show you've ever seen in your life.
Which, according to the director's commentary, is made up of over 100,000 brain bots. Though, ironically, I wouldn't call his brain bots, smart. That designation goes to Megamind's proper minion, Minion!
Minion
Yeah!
serves many roles for Megamind. Sidekick, guy in the chair, awkward sibling relationship despite technically being his pet.
The best fish friend you could have in your plans to kidnap news reporter Roxanne Ritchie to piss off Metro Man for the 19th time this week. Or for the final time. Children, shield your eyes!
He
No!
did it! Thanks to his most powerful invention of all, an orbital death ray that could shatter mountains, Metro City's hero had fallen. It was Megamind's time to rule.
And he had no idea what to do next. With Metro Man dead, what was even the point?
Clearly, he needed a new superhero to fight. And apparently, he could just make that happen. With his
Yeah,
diffuser gun, he
'cause
injected
why not?
this loser with Metro Man's DNA, turning him into Metro Man 2.0, Titan.
Megamind even trained him himself,
yeah, the guy
using
who
his
should
disguise
be
generator
facing in
and
Death
expert
Battle soon
acting
enough.
skills. What a
Against
performer!
Israel, I think.
But for all his smarts, Megamind is a terrible judge of character. When Titan turned tyrant, Metrocity needed yet another superhero to save it.
Metro City. Thanks to some encouragement from an old friend,
Markiplier?
rival, who wasn't actually
I mean,
dead at all and
I
just
mean, Metro
let all
Man.
of this happen despite having godlike superpowers. Thanks to some encouragement from a very experienced friend, Megamind stepped up to the plate.
Hey, he had the moxie for it. Megamind's tanked explosions and dodged electric blasts. Titan was strong enough to toss around a skyscraper, and Megamind put up a solid fight with his mech armor.
A suit specifically designed to mimic the pilot's movements, whether it be lamppost sword fighting, busting a move, or being surprisingly stealthy.
And with quick thinking and some
Somehow.
hench help, Megamind taught Titan a lesson he knew all too well. The bad guy always loses.
So the city decided to just forgive Megamind of all his years of terror and destruction and call him their superhero. I guess they didn't really have any better options.
Hey, Megamind took his new role as the city's hero seriously. He even built a suit that mimicked Metro Man's strength, flight, and X-ray vision.
Now, the D-gun is used to make runaway bad guys lose their balance and get caught. His portal bazooka is excellent for saving people from out-of-control cars. And while the death ray might not have been a hero killer, it's certainly great at blowing up giant evil robots.
And Minion was all for it.
Actually, once they went nice, Minion had to legally change his name to Old Chum because of some other Minion-related thing.
What?
Ah.
You mean the yellow guys?
No, I mean they got a cease and desist from Mr. Minion's Meatsicles.
Sounds delicious.
Ah.
I'm still gonna call him Minion. You can't break up this
Or
duo.
Mini-
Even as Megamind uses his tools for good, destruction still tends to be inevitable. To the point that, as the new mayor of Metro City and his new partner, Roxanne instated a policy that anyone inconvenienced by a Megamind battle would receive a free cup of coffee. That sounds horrifically ripe for corruption.
But that's
Yeah,
why
but
there's
that
so many
makes so
Starbucks
much sense.
everywhere. At least the brain bots are covering all the cleanup. It's a messy job being a superhero, but Megamind's finally found his purpose, even saving the city from the Doom Syndicate, which is like 6 of him.
Though not without some self-induced difficulty. You have an instant wind gun on your hip. use it.
Hey, with girlfriend, sidekick, and adoring fans to keep him going, it doesn't matter what sort of danger comes to town. Megamind will always rise up as the defender of Metrocity.
It's Metro City.
Wiz, just accept it.
Wiz, what happened to you?
All right.
You look funny and squishy.
Alright, sorry, I just gotta mute this one. Also, I'm gonna shut the door because my dog just went in, a rocket just went in. But yeah, so this could end up either way, so I have to go with Gru for this one. Hoping, praying that Gru is gonna win. I'm not betting on him to winning, but I am praying that he will win this fight. I know Megamind has plenty of surprising gadgets and all that stuff, but still, I feel like he still has this one in the bag. So, with a little confidence and
All
a
right,
little
the commands are
nervousness,
set, and we've run the data
I
through all
have to go with
possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
come on, Gru, I believe in you. Please win. I really hope so. You win. All right. There they are.
Minions, prep the artillery! We're not letting him get away!
Hi, peoples!
Ooh, and here I thought it was the hero who chases the bad guys!
Unfortunately, it's not this type of story we enjoy.
Minion, I'm going to need a new pair of pants.
Yes, sir. Sending you the Sunday Best package.
Okay.
Take this!
Oh, smoke. What? Oh. I thought that was gonna work. Let the showdown begin.
Masonry! A dark color scheme! Street race! Henchmen who look the same! Laser gun! Ingenious weaponry!
My
You
genius
are certainly
weaponry?
a real supervillain!
Oh no.
You're just missing one
Really?
thing!
New pair of pants? Really?
And what might that be? Presentation! Minions, assemble! And start the music!
Oh yeah.
Oh! Check that mark in the morning. No, hey! We just fixed that! Come on, sir! Smash him! Oh, hey, that's kind of cute!
Walk.
You dare challenge Megamind in my own Metrocity? Do you even know who I am?
Well, life is full of disappointments.
Hey!
You have to roast them. Oh.
Banana!
Now, as you like to say,
If you're going to steal my lines, at least do it properly!
Oh. Ooh.
Okay, thank you for the help.
Minion, is the death rain ready? Approaching. Getting there.
He's really
Almost
waiting for this
kinda
moment. Like, come on.
on
Just.
the way. Yes.
Fire!
Uh-oh. Here it is.
Whoa!
Will he survive?
oh, Roxanne's gonna kill me.
Remember this, villain! The good guys always win! This is how it's really done! Dehydration gun!
Villain! You mean... Oh, wait a minute. This is all a big misunderstanding.
Huh?
Huh?
Teamwork is going to kill me for this.
What the hell?
I guess that's 2 for Gru,
What?
0 for Will Ferrell.
Let's
With so
go!
many chaotic factors in this fight, it can get overwhelming
This
trying to
was
keep track
nuts,
of them.
and I
So we'll break it
thankfully I
down
won
3
that
ways.
one.
Arsenal,
Let's
minions,
go.
and skill.
In terms of weapon versatility, Megamind definitely had much more to use.
But wait, why
the
did you
D-gun
just pick 3
alone had
categories?
enough
Really?
effects to match what Gru could do with nearly his whole kit. Throw in disguise generators, invisible cars, portal bazookas, and it's a lot for Gru to handle.
Just one problem. Megamind might have had variety, but Gru's weaponry was far stronger in scope. Sure, Megamind's death ray could blow up a mountain, but Gru's shrink ray could take out the moon.
And is much easier to use on top of it. Frankly, much of Megamind's deadliest weaponry would have little effect anyway.
Check this out. When Gru first tried to get the shrink ray, he triggered a missile trap so explosive it created a mushroom cloud. Based on the size of the blast, that's about 4 kilotons of TNT, and all those missiles fired at him from point-blank range.
That is
Shockingly,
pretty
that's about 38 times greater than Megamind's orbital death ray. And Gru kind of just walked it off. Megamind's mecha suit could take big hits like that, but Megamind himself? No.
So Megamind would have a hard time blowing him up, but he could still dehydrate him, disintegrate him, freeze him, or even just turn off his gravity and send him flying into space, right?
Sure, though Gru does have some similar weaponry. As far as Arsenal is concerned, Gru could take out Megamind through sheer firepower, but Megamind could potentially counter with the D-Gun's effects.
Yeah.
It's a whoever shoots first wins situation. Their arsenals match up fairly evenly.
But these guys aren't alone. Let's cover Gru's minions and Megamind's, minions.
Yeah.
1-to-1, one of Gru's minions was certainly more likely to take out a brainbot. Sure, minions may have the attention span of an iPad kid, but they can effortlessly hack, dismantle, and rewire most machines, like, you know, Megamind's brainbots.
And they just won't die. Certainly nothing the brainbots have can take them out. For all we know, the minions may be completely indestructible.
To be fair, maybe one brainbot doesn't stand a chance against one minion, but there are far more brainbots than minions in total. 10 times more. And the brainbots are a much more organized and focused unit.
Compared to the vanilla minions, maybe. But the mega minions are strong enough to rip and chop through metal like wet paper. Aunt Mel's got a history of destroying satellites with a laser beam strong enough to cut through the earth. So it's bye-bye Death Ray.
But we can't ignore the most competent minion of them all. Minion. Megamind's minion.
Yeah.
Old Chum.
He's way more competent than Dr. Nefario, can operate all the tech like the mech suit used to fight Titan, and can match Megamind's brains and style beat for beat. Remember that whole presentation bit in the movie? Yeah, that wasn't Megamind, that was Minion.
While Megamind's army lacks the power of, say, the Mega Minions, having a second in command who's just as smart and capable as him makes up for it, making a battle of their underlings too close to call.
So, if neither of them has a clear edge in weaponry or their henchmen, what matters most isn't the tools themselves, but how good or bad they are at using them. It all comes down to skill.
Both Gru
Okay.
and Megamind have their share of less than genius moments and bad luck. But even in the face of things gone wrong, Gru tends to fail upwards, still ultimately completing his missions. Unlike Megamind, who tends to fail much harder before he learns how to succeed.
And we love him for it. It's not like Gru has to put up with Elvis Superman, but even during their villain phases, Gru found some success, unlike Megamind.
Who also has a bad habit of not using his weapon effectively. Like never using the D-gun against the Doom Syndicate. Either because he can get easily flustered, or he just loves showing off. So it's more
yeah.
likely Gru could succeed in a whoever shoots first wins quick draw situation with their arsenals.
Quick Draw
Yeah,
is right.
pretty much.
Megamind dodging electric blasts is impressive, clocking in around half the speed of sound.
But it pales in comparison to Gru piloting hypersonic ships into space and dodging heat-seeking missiles at Mach 10, meaning he is fast enough to win that quick draw. Gru takes skill, which finally tips the scales. After a nail-biting back and forth, he has just enough to land the winning blow first, more often than not.
Sorry, Megamind. I think you losing was a monstrosity.
It's Metro's...
That was like Gru
The
stumped
winner
dead,
is
more
Felonious
like.
Gru.
Next time on Death Battle.
Alright, who's next? Oh wait, is that Denji versus or Chainsaw Man versus that guy? Oh,
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
I kind of know this one's gonna happen, but alright. Woo! I got the W again. At least I predicted it perfectly, and I know a lot of Megamind predictions are gonna be pissed. Or the people who are predicting Megamind's gonna win. They're gonna be pissed, but that's on them. But yeah, what do y'all think of this death battle? That was sure a blast, but I kind of was expecting the death battle was gonna give Megamind the win this time, but thankfully that was not the case. So, what do y'all think about this death battle? Because that was crazy, and the characters and the animation was surprisingly well done. Actually, I mean they ended pretty nicely, even though it ended pretty silly, but still, it still was how it's supposed to be. I mean, we all expected a death from something. I mean, the one thing I expected from this battle was either from the dehydration gun. It was either going to be turn Groot into a little cube and get smashed or something, or probably the freeze ray that could have frozen Megamind and just tapped it and just shattered into a million pieces. But then again, the only thing I could have expected was something to just destroy him from the inside, like a blast or, well, the dehydration gun, basically. So, yeah, I'm confident to say this was a W video. Although I kind of wish that the categories was a little bit more longer, because they kind of just like minimize the categories almost like weird enough every episode for some reason. I don't know. Like they have like I'm not saying like 3 categories is what they need. I just think categories more likely needs to be more used in this NFL. Like they need to make more than just 3 or 4. Like they should do more than 5 or something, because they need to make sure they get everything clear that these 2 characters has their capability, like how they have their skill, their stats, and everything, why they should have won this one, and why did he lose, and that stuff. So, as much as people could say it is not necessary, but for me, I feel like it could be a necessary thing for Death Battle to upgrade the Death Battle itself. So I don't know. But besides that, I'm still feeling fairly okay with this Death Battle. Not terrible, not bad. Also weird enough, I don't know why the script it says describable me minions in the title, but either way, besides that, that is pretty much it. So what do y'all think of this death battle? Do you feel like Megamind should have won this death battle, or do you feel like the Groove was gonna win this one? Do you feel free to let me know in the comments below. Don't put a spam harassment in my channel. That'll be appreciated. And tell me what's your why do you feel like Megamind should have won, and or why you felt like Groove should obviously was the winner in this one. Let me know, and feel free to tell. Actually, now that I think about it, now that Megamind is dead, does that mean Groot technically should own Minion or Shump? Shung? What was his name? Chump? I don't know, but I think I forgot what the name. What was it? Like Shump? I think I forgot.
Minion had to legally change his name to
Old Chum. There we go. There's the name. Okay, I'm sorry. But does that mean does that mean he gets to work with Gru now, or does he work alone? I don't know. Either way, that's pretty much it. And yeah, that is all I have to say for this one. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Subscribe, like the video if you enjoy. Next time is going to be the matchup that I kind of expected this was going to happen eventually. So yeah, I'm gonna be hold on a second. It's the this one right here.
Subscribe.
It's Yuji versus Denji. Yuji versus Denji. And Jujutsu Kaisen and versus Chainsaw Man. So I don't know. I don't know much about these two. I just know about Chainsaw Man as just part of the, I guess you could say, the chainsaw meme. Not gonna say which one it is, but I feel like I'm probably gonna go with him for now as my prediction. But either way, it could be anything. But let's let's go with just Chainsaw's gonna win next one, and then end it from there. But besides that, that's it from me. Thank you guys for watching today's one. Subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed, and as always, I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and yeah, take care.